yeah, no problem at all, Rosalia. I'm glad to take your trash out. And this light you gave me for my head, it worked really well. Let's see. It worked. See, it still got the bright light. It helped me chase an alley cat out of the dumpster. Anyways, I don't know who's more uptight, the cat or me. But just the same, I'm glad to do it, and I appreciate the. You said I can take this home, this rain jacket. That's mighty kind of you. Well, I appreciate you having me over for this week, Christmas time, and you know how it is. You don't know so many people in town, you're kind of new. You kind of you don't know who you can really trust or not. You can't really expect it to be like, like the old days, because the old days are gone, but so, yeah, no, it was no problem. And the trash, there was plenty of trash in the trash can. Yeah, no problem. You got plenty of trash, darling. Well, I didn't mean that. I know, darling, I know we live in a different world. That's just an old expression of mine. I'm sorry. People call me that. You know how it is in New Orleans. We call everybody darling. But I want to tell you, it was a fine dinner you cooked. I love vegan food. I've just quit eating meat just last year. And I appreciate the vegan sauerkraut and the vegan ham and the vegan cheese. It was wonderful. I'd never had anything like that before. A lot of times after I eat a meal like that, I'll go searching for a lucky dog, down there in the quarter. But not tonight. I think I've had my fill of fine food. Oh, you didn't know I was a musician? Did I failed to tell you that? I just poke around at the harmonica. It's a little fun little thing, it's kind of like a miniature piano. Oh, thank you. Well, I also play a little guitar. And, oh, did I say I played a little piano? And ukulele. I've been getting into that, and I figure if I can do those things, I could probably play just about anything. Not trying to sound, like I can, but maybe I could. Now tell me, darling. Excuse me. There it is again. Tell me, Rosalie. What do you do? You said you're doing some kind of temporary work. Well, are you temporarily working now? Oh, that's great, 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 great. And do you like what you're temporarily doing? Ah, well, what's going to be the next one? Don't know yet, huh? Well, you may get a job with me. Maybe we can be out in the street, busking. Busking, that's a fancy word for playing on the street. And yeah, I do more than music. I have a job at a pet store. It's a parrot store, really. Well, between the music and what's to tell me before we get carried away with my line of work. So this temporary work you're doing now, are you happy? I mean, does it pay well? I mean, not for me. I'm just interested. Are you able to survive on it? Because your survival is. I just met you, I know, but it's important. Oh yeah, well that's good. Pretty good now. Well, not that I'm. So you say after taxes. What do you really? I mean, what do you net? With taxes, you can't ever tell. It's gross. What? Did you say it again? Well, that's enough for two people, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I know it's just one, but you're fine on it. But you never know about the future, you know. Yes, yes, yes. I've heard that joke too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's a musician without a girlfriend? Ha ha ha. Homeless. Yeah, we know that by heart. No. Also, the one about what happens when a musician dies, when a blues player dies. Well, he don't wake up the morning. So, Yeah, we know those two jokes by heart. I know it didn't sound much like Christmas carols, but I never really learned a lot of them. But yeah, yes, you're right. You're right, Rosalia. I should this time of the year definitely go down the quarter and make my stand playing Christmas carols, right? You know, I did get to go to church one time at St. Louis Cathedral. Now, maybe we could do that. Do you have a date Christmas Eve? Are you making anybody else a steak? I mean, do you have a date? What about having a steak with me? I mean, not a real steak, a phony steak. They got that Beyond Meat thing. Flatten it out, put some herbs in it, make it look real. How's that? Now, I'm a little short on funds, so you may have to do the buying, but I'll do the cooking. How's that sound? Yeah. And then we get to go to Christmas Eve Mass at St. Louis Cathedral and pray to God that you had a good time and that maybe you'll continue and think about it and just want to keep loaning me a dime. Because I know this time of year, sweetheart. There it is again. Sorry, I better stick to those pronouns. I know, Rosalia, the most important thing to have in mind this time of year, it's not what you can get, it's what you can give. Now, Miss Higgly Wiggly, she wants her rent check. Just a one-room joint, down on Decatur Street, but it's home. Do you think I might be able to borrow $28.33 just for a week? I'll have it back to you after Christmas. And if I don't, like they say, it's giving, 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 especially this time of the year, cleanses your soul, especially when it's a little bit of gold. Thanks for dinner, Rosalia, and I really appreciate the new jacket. Love ya. Merry Christmas. Well, I'll see you Christmas Eve. Come to think of it, I need you Christmas Eve. You can help bottle for me. That's a fancy word or slang word for hitting people up for money when I play on the street. You wouldn't think of such a thing? You might. Someday. You might. Merry Christmas, sweetie.